What is it?
Jess, come here. Says it should be here somewhere.
What the hell is going on?
I'm getting you ready to mess up some Nazis real good, honey. Real good.
Hi guys, welcome to the review of Wolfenstein Youngblood. And first of all, many reviewers have been reviewing this game and not liking it. It's very different. Think of a combination of Destiny, RPG elements going along with this game, right? It's not the type of Wolfenstein game that you're used to. There's a lot of grinding. Once you grind it though, it kind of becomes like a real Wolfenstein game. You're playing the twin daughters, right? Sophie and Jess, which they're Arthur and Kenneth. They always refer to themselves as Arthur and Kenneth, which I find is pretty ridiculous. I enjoyed the game. A lot of reviewers are saying, right, that the game didn't like it. They were disappointed. I was disappointed at the beginning. You know, I saw a lot of reviewers. Actually, one of the reviewers caught my mind that said that they had played this game directly for like 2 days and tried to beat it all. And I could say that I think that if I would have played the game repetitively in 2 days, I think I would have not liked it. For the most part, I really enjoyed it. The combination of how you get to power up your weapons, you get to upgrade your weapons, you get to upgrade your stats. Every time you level up, you become like 0.2 points more stronger. So I think at the end I ended up being level 40 before I actually beat the game. Overall, it wasn't bad. It wasn't the best. I think the best game in the series has to be the new Colossus. Like I said before, I played Old Blood, then I played I forgot the new one. It's the new, not New Blood, but I guess the New Order, and then I played those two on the PC. Obviously, they looked really fantastic. They looked really good. And obviously, the PC looks a lot better. I'm not gonna lie, the PC looks a lot better. But I like playing this on the Switch, and I like having it on the Switch just because I can play it anywhere. I actually played this game while I was in a waiting room in the hospital, so that was pretty cool. I was waiting, doing careless submissions. The game is very repetitive. You have to actually revisit same locations that you visit over and over again, or that you have to visit. And there's some places that you're like, what the hell should I do? And you don't find out that you have to unlock certain sections of the map. It's like open-ended. It's like an open area, semi-open area kind of game. And I was stuck in this mission for the longest time until I unlocked a certain gate. Once I figured out that I unlocked a certain gate in a later level, I was able to go back to that recent level, and I was able to figure out what I needed to do. So it has some of that. It really doesn't tell you, doesn't hold your hand, but if you can't figure out a level, just go to the next level and grind a little bit. Actually, I recommend going out and just picking any level and just going out and grinding and going back and forth and grinding your levels. At the end of the game, you become so powerful that you actually end up mowing down Nazis, kind of the way you did in the Wolfenstein games.
Why, thank you.
And there's a lot of really cool mechanics. There's a pep mechanic. You unlock pep mechanics like you can do a thumbs up, which gives you 50% health. I end up doing the robotic one, which gives you 200% health. And I had Jess do another pep, which gives you 200% shield, which really helps out a lot, especially when it comes to those big mother freaking robots that come out and just wreak havoc, complete havoc on you. It is a looter shooter, but not in the way where you pick up weapons and different weapons. You pick up a lot of ammo, There's like a radius. From what I found, I don't know how true this is, but there's like a radius. So they drop these canisters, and as long as you're in the radius of the canister, you automatically pick up the canister. And then other things you need to pick up, like golden, not golden, but silver keys. Now there are microtransactions. The microtransactions, it's only gold and it's only to buy outfits. It's tacked in. You don't need it. You know what? If the game was missing it, you wouldn't even notice it. I'm not even gonna gripe it for the microtransactions, just because it's not as macro transaction as some people are saying it ought to be. But what I did really enjoy are the communication between the two of them. They are likable. They act like twins, teenage twin boys. You know, they call each other barf bags and they call each other all these little names, and it's quite enjoyable. The little elevator scenes where they're just being silly. It's kind of like a little 5-second break from these hectic fights. You know, the game is extremely bloody. You do kind of take apart their arms or legs. There's a lot of shooting involved. I was amazed at just how many bad guys are there. Now the game runs at 30 frames per second. It doesn't look as good as PC. If you see PC reviews, you're gonna notice right away that it's not as smooth running. But other than that, I mean, it was a fun game. The mechanics of the pet mechanic, the mechanic of being to upgrade your weapons, the story behind you do see BJ, and you do end up coming up with a plan with BJ. You end up the BJ killed Hitler, so I imagine, I don't know if that's a game that's gonna come out. It's not a spoiler because you'll find out pretty quickly that BJ kills Hitler. They don't show it. They don't show it, but it hints it out. It's a good little sidetrack. The game is worth it. I bought the $40 game. I did play it with my son a little bit. It was fun. For the most part, I played it alone, and I think playing it alone was a lot more fun than playing it with co-op. I tried co-op online also, and I was able to get a little bit of co-op. But the problem is that sometimes you guys get separated so much that you need to heal somebody, and they're so far away you can't really heal them. I recommend that before you go and you take on a lot of the levels, you upgrade as much as possible. You grind as much as possible for those skill points, just so you can upgrade your character. There are some snipers out there that'll take you out in 1 or 2 shots, but if you upgrade your character to be able to have more armor, be able to take more damage, you should notice that this game becomes, by the end of the game, it becomes a Wolfenstein game, and you know, by the last couple of hours, you're really playing a Wolfenstein game, and I did quite enjoy that. There are about 5 or 6 levels that are actual levels, and the rest are you replay areas. There's also little areas where you have to go and rescue pedestrians, but overall the game is fun. Totally recommend it, and if you guys want to get it, I recommend it. It's a fun little game. So anyways, God bless, love you lots, and hope you enjoy this game. God bless, bye. Oh, shh.